Hey guys, topic of the week this week is best day to retire and do you need to retire at the end of a pay period? Okay, this keeps coming up over and over and over again, and I wanted to address it. So, when people get to retirement, they always want to know what's the best day to retire. And for FERS employees, that is typically the end of the month. Okay, and the reason for that is that if you retire at the end of the month, then you're going to collect your salary for that entire month, and then your FERS annuity starts accruing the very next day. So there's no gap in pay. Okay. Now, by gap in pay, I'm not saying that you'll get your FERS annuity immediately. There will be a delay there, but you will get paid for it. But what about retiring at the end of a pay period? Okay. So this has come up with a couple clients recently. It's come up in some forums that I've been on, and HR, it sounds like, has been really encouraging people to retire at the end of a pay period. For example, one person says that they talk to HR and HR says the best day to retire here would be the 27th of the month, even though there's 4 days left of the month. Okay, why is that? Well, the answer comes down to it's cleaner or easier for HR processing it. And my answer to that is get over it. Okay, you're looking at the best day for you to retire, and if HR needs to process 4 days in the next pay period instead of a full pay period, well, that's their job. They can do that, right? And they'll figure out how to do that. So if you don't want to retire at the end of a pay period and want to go till the end of the month, then do it. The only advantage that you have if you wait until the end of a pay period, or let's look at that, the 27th versus the 31st, okay? If you retire at the end of the pay period, then the benefit to you is you get your full annual leave and sick leave for that pay period, right? To where if you work 4 days into the next pay period, you don't get anything for annual leave or sick leave. And my response or question to that is, does that matter? Is that really going to have any impact? And in my opinion, I've got a real technical term here about having to retire at the end of a pay period, and that is that it's a bunch of hubbub about nothing. Okay, it's really not very impactful. But if you're looking at retiring, say, on the 20th of the month versus the 31st, that is more of a big deal to me, because then you have 11 days where you are getting no paycheck, no salary, and your annuity is not accruing either. Okay, that doesn't start until the first of the next month for FERS employees. So, answer as far as best day to retire. Do you need to retire at the end of a pay period? Ideally, the best day to retire, yes, is at the end of the month. What month doesn't really matter, unless you're looking at accumulating as much annual leave as you can, and then you want to look at retiring toward the end of the year, because you've got your carryover and you don't have to worry about use it or lose it if you want to save all that. But the end of a pay period, it's really insignificant. Okay. Yes, HR may want you to do that so that it's easy as can be for them, but yet again, that's their job. If you don't retire at the end of the pay period, big deal. They'll still process your paperwork. You'll still be able to retire, and you won't have a gap in pay. Okay? Thanks.